Guys, Ashantin here. I have to do some mining, and I have thought for some time that I might make a video just saying why I make videos. So I thought that while I mine, I might chat. Why did I start making YouTube videos? Well, first of all, I've only ever played on one really creative world. I've occasionally started creative worlds of my own to just have a look at something, but very, very rarely. But Zazuma Void opened up a server, and I'm a great fan of Zazuma Void, and he's a nice guy, and the sort of guy that I would trust. So I decided I would try to see what playing on a server was like. So that wasn't well placed, was it? So I joined Zazuma Void's server and found out that it was actually a creative server. I hadn't appreciated that that was the case, interestingly enough. So I decided that I would play creative, and I had a wonderful time learning the differences between survival and creative. It was so funny, actually. The way I did it, it really wasn't that fantastic, but anyway, I ended up building this vast English manor house with, I'm learning to place torches. I wanted that up there to highlight these. And this big English manor house had the most wonderful set of stables, and I actually used wool as wallpaper. I mean, it was pretty hideous, but my goodness, I learned a lot. I built bathrooms and this, that, and the other. You know, it was all pretty good stuff. And I spent ages and ages. I got really into it, and I got so enthused that I actually gave myself a frozen shoulder, and I had to entrap a nerve or something through too much Minecraft. I can't be the first one that's done that. So I had to stop for a while, and when I went back on, I don't know what had changed. This was the early days of me playing, so I didn't know to look for different versions. I didn't know what to look for in the launcher. I didn't know whether to update Java. None of the stuff I knew now did I know. So I went on, and where I had this beautiful hilltop orchard, and that was achieved because they had player heads that made great big apples. Excellent. I think I'll go and get my fortune pick because I found some lapis. Right, let's go and unload this stuff and get some fortune pick. And when I went back on, I had this whole orchard full of player heads, and I was just so dispirited by the whole thing. And I never really got back into the swing of it, so I sort of came out of that, and that was the last time I've ever really spent any amount of time on creative. So, not the best of things, and I realised afterwards that I had absolutely no record of anything I'd been doing. So, unless I went back on the server, and even then, I would probably find myself with umpteen player heads, not a nice orchard. So I hadn't actually recorded what I was doing as I went. And it was one of those things that you think to yourself, well, you know, why didn't I record? How difficult is it to make these things? And then I started on the Tree 2 server, and I built a little greenhouse that I liked and was pretty proud of it. And so I decided to start making videos. And I started by doing one on a private world that I meant to get a fortune pick. That's the trouble with talking and trying to do things at the same time. So I got onto a private world, and I used something on the Apple, which is called Fortune 3. That's the one. Let's use you. And it was quite amazing because it was so easy, this QuickTime Player. You just basically press a button and record. It's not hard at all. And I do that to this day. I'm going to learn to use much more fancy editing equipment. I've bought it all. It's just a question of learning it. But it does take time and effort. And when it's not something that comes naturally, good, there we go. Let's move our fortune out of the way. I have a lot of redstone, so I don't really need to fortune that, but I'm going to take it anyway. And I can never bear leaving resources in the ground. So I started making these little videos, and to even get them out to my server mates, I had to open up a YouTube channel. So I started making them really as a means of recording for myself what my builds were like, and it has actually proved very, very useful in some cases, where I've been thinking, what did I do there, how did I build this? So it was mostly as a means of recording my own builds, so that I could always look back and see what I'd done easily without having to go into different worlds, particularly because I was playing on a Realm server that was run by MJ, so I couldn't guarantee that I'd always be able to go back and look at it if he changed servers, realms, if he decided he, just didn't want to run it anymore. It wasn't something that was within my control. Now, I know now, of course, that you can actually get downloads of worlds, but I didn't know that then. And this is where it's quite fun, isn't it, when you find that you've learnt so much that these days it wouldn't be an issue. However, it was a good thing I didn't know, because it got me into making videos. So having made these videos, gosh, that worked well, didn't it? I then put them up on YouTube, and at that point quite a few of us on Tree 2 were making videos. And I always liked the idea of that, because I could see what other people were doing. They could see what I was doing. And I realised that when you are on a server, it is an absolutely brilliant way of communicating with your server mates and showing them what you're doing, what's going on, so on and so forth. I'm using diorite as material here. So that's what I've done. And I've never ever regretted it for one moment, because the benefits are that I have found out so much about YouTube, how it works, making videos. It's led me into all sorts of technical areas I wouldn't otherwise have known about. It's just been an absolutely brilliant thing to do. Much more importantly is because I started making videos of other things, it's brought me into contact with people that otherwise I wouldn't know about. And some of the people that I now play with came to me because they watched my YouTube videos. JK was a very avid supporter of my Life in the Woods videos. I'm really hoping that Life in the Woods gets upgraded for this latest iteration of Minecraft, though I think that if the next one, which is going to be, I hope, a technical upgrade, where they give us the ability, or give themselves the ability, to make blocks and slabs and stuff like that, I'm really, really hoping that Life in the Woods will take that into account, because that would be very good indeed, to have a sort of full building lot. So JK came to me through Life in the Woods. Karma found me through watching my videos. And it's quite amazing, isn't it, how people find you when they're watching your videos. And gradually you start talking to people. You talk to them on Twitter. You get to know them. And I remember saying to JK, look, you know, if my server mates agree, so I know that he and his daughter Kate are phenomenal builders, absolutely phenomenal builders. And in fact, Papa David and his daughter Bella came to me through making videos and through watching mine. And when you have people like that, you gradually over the years, you build up a knowledge of them. You build up a knowledge as to what sort of people they are and whether they are nice people. And most of the people who watch my videos, almost by definition, are nice people. Because I'm not, you know, I don't swear. I try not to anyway. I make fairly, there is the occasional word that slips out if I get creeper bombed. But because I make family friendly videos and I'm a very calm person, I'm not going to attract the sort of audience that causes anyone a problem. I might attract a lot of people who like me sort of gently lulling them to sleep as I play. But really this has been a phenomenal development for me because it's increased my tech knowledge, which is fantastic. It has brought me friends from all around the world. So just making little YouTube videos has been a fantastic plus in my life. And, whoa, stand in the corner, you're a dunce. Basically, guys, let's get back a bit from here. If I weren't making YouTube videos, you wouldn't be watching me, would you? So thank you all very, very much for watching my videos. And thank you all very, very much for being my friends. Bye-bye.